is Alyssa, and I am a senior at IUPUI and I study visual communication design. So my purpose before accepting Christ, honestly, it was kind of dependent on what I was interested in at the time. For a while I was a writer for a long time, and so I wrote a lot of poetry. I actually wrote 2 full-length books at one point. And that was just kind of my purpose, and I just really wanted to be a writer. And then another part of my life was to just travel, and I wanted to travel and go to all kinds of different places, and then I'm apparently not doing that now. So this is a funny story. What brought me closer to Christ when I came to IUPUI was actually something that I didn't really want to do. So my roommate at the time, her name's Abby, she was interested in going to this campus outreach youth thing. And I'm like, okay, that's nice. And I did want to do that, but when I first came to college, I was very terrified of just any social interaction whatsoever. I just hated social interaction. And so I'm like, that sounds nice, but I'll come and then I'll leave right after. So she dragged me to this thing, and it's called The Rock. And I came in, one of the girls was like, oh my gosh, you're an art student. And I'm like, yeah. And then I never left. So my sin is there. My soul is healed by the sun. Now I'm alive forevermore. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Even though the people were screaming at him oh, we want him to be crucified, we hate him, we don't believe him. He's I'm dying for you too. Even though no one else would do that.
Apart from the new birth, we are by nature children of wrath. Apart from the new birth, we love darkness and hate the light. Apart from the new birth, our hearts are hard as stone. Apart from the new birth, we are unable to submit to God or please God. Apart from the new birth, we are unable to accept the gospel. Apart from the new birth, we are unable to come to Christ or embrace Him as Lord. Apart from the new birth, we are slaves to sin. Apart from the new birth, we are slaves of Satan, which that one is, it's so scary. Apart from the new birth.
So one of my biggest trials after I came to Christ in college was probably health. For the most part, I think that's just kind of spanned throughout college life. And then I just got really sick, and there wasn't really an explanation for it, and there still kind of isn't, which is just a work in progress right now. But I forget what actual verse it is, but I think it's Romans 8:28. It's Romans 8:28, and it says, for all things work together for good for those who believe in God. That's the paraphrase, it's not the actual verse. If you look it up, it's not what it is, so don't quote me on that. But it's been a really good process for me because it's really made me trust in God a lot. Let me explain how guys. So there's 2 different people. They all have different time frames, and they all have different monetary things. So Joe has the longest time frame and the most money, and so he's a large slow turtle. So as an artist, some of the influences I have that really reflect my pieces is that in the gospel it talks about how Jesus talked about how it's good to serve others and to serve people. And so with my visual communication design degree, there's a little section of it called service design. And that's pretty much you're using design primarily and solely to serve other people. And I didn't realize that that could be something that I could do, but it's something that I really love because it fulfills my art and design and all the fun things that I want to do, but it also really helps me find a purpose in my job. I really enjoy that, knowing that I'm making a difference somehow. So. My sin is there.